There we go. Now you can hear me. Now you should be able to hear me. Oh boy. We are live halfway to the start. Am I in sync? Yeah, basically. Halfway to the start is requested by Dom. That is such an apropos name for this show since I was so late. Oh, we got a resub from Zwidar. Hey, Zwidar. Thanks for your patience. I might explain later why I'm late, but let's just try to get into it. This is the seventh show of the Vuvuzealous tour. Named by ClaraBowBunny, and I should say, I want to say right off to start the show, thank you to ClaraBowBunny for making our awesome new emote, ETC Bulb. ClaraBowBunny has lended her talent so much to this channel. She designed our sub badges. She's made ETC Bulb. So thank you to ClaraBowBunny. I'm not sure if she's here yet, but if she's not, let me know, because I want to thank her when she's here as well. Let's see. I'm the Etcetera kid, or better known as the tardy kid, the very late kid. If this is your first time watching the show, if you haven't given up because of the wait, this show is all about musical improvisation. Everything you guys see me do is made up on the spot. I shouldn't say everything. I mean, I'm sure I say some things I've repeated, and every once in a while I might repeat myself, but I try to make everything up on the spot. But you guys give me a ton of help. I don't have to do this by myself. You guys choose the keyboard sounds I use, the starting key, the starting BPM. I turn usernames to drum loops and drum fills. You guys name our tours, name our venues, name our titles. You submit AKAs, you submit polls, and you teach our bot to be or not to bot, how to talk. Let's see if we can, ClaraBowBunny is here. Thank you, ClaraBowBunny. Awesome artist. Let's see. I wonder if this is going to work. So, just so you guys know, I was so late today. I thought something wrong had happened. That was intentional. I meant for that to happen. I was like, where'd that music come from? Oh yeah, I told the computer to start playing music. I was so late today that I did not do my full tests. Usually what I do before every show is I actually do a test show. I go through the entire process of a show, obviously very quickly, but it still takes some time. And then I create a new show in this system I have. So I skipped doing a test show. So keep your fingers crossed. There was nothing that I would have discovered had I done that test show, that we're going to be fine. But I don't know if anything's going to work. I have no idea. Well, I can tell you right away that we're going to be on one camera at least to start, because camera 3 uses my phone. And one of the things I do normally when I start the show on time, start prepping on time, is I recharge my phone, because camera 3 is connected to it. And as I started, came online, my phone had 15% battery, so it's charging right now. So probably in half an hour or so, we'll get the other cameras going. Let's see who's here. Who do I see? I see Enigma's here, Dom is here, Cubit's here, Magus is here, Ninja Fleas, Electric Blue is here, Spark is here. Let's see, Devil's Nest, Kimberly, Cubit, Musichick, Allegra. Welcome everybody. If I don't say your name, it's just I don't see it yet. Cubit says camera 3 is a phone. No, camera 3 is not a phone, but camera 3 well, camera 3 technically involves 3 different things. It involves 4 different things. 5 different things. 5 different things make up camera 3. Camera 3 is a DSLR camera that is on this little hacked together custom mount that is on this device that's called a swivel, that's a motion tracker. For an annoying reason, I have to have my phone plugged into the motion detector, even though it doesn't use the phone. It's really annoying, but it's because the motion tracker was designed to work with iPhones and iPads. It was not designed to work with a better camera. So I have to have the phone plugged in or it stops working. So those are, let's see, that's 3 parts so far. The 4th part is I wear this sensor that the motion tracker follows. And then the 5th part is I wrote this software that controls when camera 3 is switched to. And that's tied into the beat of the song, it's tied into what I'm doing at the time, and it's tied into how recently camera 3 we cut to it. So yes, camera 3 is a complicated beast. Let's see. MRC is no camera 3 mode. That's definitely on our list. I think the ones we're doing most immediately, I know ETC Bulb's a bit of a surprise. We're real excited about that one. But hopefully we should have ETC Oops coming. This would have been a perfect show. You guys could have been spamming ETC Oops as I was late. Hopefully we'll have, we're looking to do ETC Hype, ETC Tubi, and I know other ones people are interested in is Camera 3 and Kick on 1. And I think there's a couple others, but we have 4 more emote slots available at the moment. Okay, so my voice, you guys notice, is a little raspy. It's not as raspy as sometimes, but it's a little raspy, so that could make things interesting as always. Let's see. Dom says ETC procrastinate. I was actually really psyched. I thought we're gonna have 3 left, but I checked in, and I guess because thanks to a bunch of y'all, several of you guys are on the top tier sub, and a couple of you are on the middle tier sub. I actually get more points. Twitch treats those as more subscribers, and so I guess that put us over the edge to get this another slot. So yeah, we're gonna have, I think it's 10 total that we're up to at this point. I mean, obviously we only have 6 right now, but and then also we get emotes for those other slots, the middle and top tier. So more to come. You know, and guys, in Devil's List Kim we just wrote, can't wait for Kick on 1. If you guys have any fun visual ideas for Kick on 1, or for what was the other one was tentative? Yeah, well, Kick on 1. Definitely let me know. I like the idea of emotes that can have multiple purposes. So it'd be cool if Kick on 1 is designed in a way that it could be used in other contexts, right? That you guys might want to use it on other channels to communicate something that isn't Kick on 1. So it doesn't necessarily have to, but since we don't have that many slots, it's fun when an emote can be multi-purpose. Like the honor emote, right? The honor emote can be used for honoring all sorts of things. Let's see. Okay, we got a request, I think. So anyway, if you want to make a suggestion in terms of emotes, run the suggest command, !suggest, and that goes for any suggestions. Although, as I've said before, my suggestion list from you guys is about 300 items on it now. And my own to-do list for the show has over 1,000 items. I'm not exaggerating. And I don't necessarily go in order of when suggestions happen. I sort of go in my own order. So in other words, I don't know if or when I'll be able to implement everyone's ideas, but I do my best. Let's see. Let's see. I don't wish. You guys would find it funny though if you guys saw me before shows. I'm not my typical self, where I'm see me in a good mood most of the time on stream. During the pre-shows, during the testing, I'm often just like, running around, tripping on stuff. Yeah. Behind the scenes would tell a different story, guys. It's like, what is it? The Etcetera kid in Hyde, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Hyde was the bad side, right? Dr. Jekyll was the sort of the normal side? I don't remember. Anyway, let's see. Our request for this first track of the day. Let's see, we got Key of A from Stoosh Batiste, Ionian from ClaraBowBunny, 115 beats a minute from Jewel, Drum Loose for Electric Blue, and 13th Nile. Let me zero out. Let's see. Okay. I'm glad this current background music is a little mellow. I need to lean back, chill out a bit. I'm so psyched to see our ETC bulb in my chat program. I love it. Oh, and thank you to Dom. Dom did a host, right, to start off the show. Thank you, Dom. Thank you for that. And I apologize again for my tardiness. I'll probably talk about why I was tardy later in the show. It's for sort of good and bad reasons. Let's see. Oh, and thank you again to Zwidar for the 2-month resub. Oh, and we had some donations too. I missed these. Dom did a tip. It says, here's $5 to start off the tip jar. Thank you, Dom. And from Magus did a big cheer. Says, for doing it live. Thank you, Magus. So, that reminds me. Actually, I shouldn't talk about this. I'll save that. I'll save that for another time. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Dom. And thank you, Magus. Thank you, Zwidar. It's always awesome starting with support like that right at the beginning of the show. Okay, we should be able to import our track names. So I've been all self-indulgent talking about myself to start off. How was everyone's weekend? Did anyone do anything fun? As you guys saw, Jiffy, we went with Jiffy to his favorite place, Point Isabel. He was so happy. You would never have known that, a week and a half earlier, he'd been hospitalized. He was running around. He actually even misbehaved a little bit. He has almost no issues. But I couldn't believe it. He's like running around, and two dogs he tried to do some dominance maneuvering on, and I feel like I've seen him do that once in all the time I've had him going to the dog park many times, and two dogs. It's like, what are you doing, Jiffy? In your old age, you turn into a bully? I think what it was is he's like, he had this health scare, and he's trying to assert his masculinity. He says, I'm still here, guys. I'm still tough. I've still got some life in me. Respect me. Respect my authority. Yeah, Jiffy talks exactly like that. Just so he wouldn't be embarrassed, we took off his band. We're calling it his weight band, but really it's basically his diaper he's got to wear now. Because this medication that's helping him out, so far it doesn't seem like there's any side effects to his enjoying life, except for the fact that he has to drink a lot more water, and he's not used to that, and accidents happen. But anyway, we went to the dog park. We didn't make him wear that. Because he can have an accident in the dog parks, no problem. Let's see, I think we got some. Oh wait, did I do what I was supposed to do yet? No, I'm gabbing away. Magus is finished renovating mother's house. Yeah, so Magus was in Houston and had to deal with all that and helping out his mom. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, I'm really glad that you're able to help your mom out. But man, I've never experienced a natural disaster like that, and I feel really fortunate. I just, you know, for a lot of you guys were dealing with the storm that was going through Florida, and yeah, I'm really sorry you guys all had to deal with those things. I hope you never have to again. I hope this was a one-off, that just the rest of your life, nature treats you like kings and queens and does everything you want it to do. When you want it 65 degrees, it does it for you, you know? I hope you guys all have a thermostat you can control nature with, because you've dealt with enough. It should be smooth sailing from now on. Let's see, let's make our drum fills. Oh, I'm talking so long we moved to a different background song. That's not good. I still haven't had time to create some more tracks. We're limited, very limited to a few. I think I mostly focused on ones that I knew you guys liked or had a bunch of favorites so that you wouldn't mind. Oh, well, why did that just jump to the next track? There's still some bugs in the program I wrote to handle background music. Let's see, we got some milestones. Hey, Wrinkle says, I appreciate your sentence. Let's get the music. We're doing it. We're almost there. But first, some quick milestones. This next track is going to feature Cake Johnson's first drum kit, Mountain Lion Tequila's first sound. Congrats on those first. This next track is a huge milestone for Ninja Fleas. It's Ninja Fleas 250th. Ninja Fleas has been featured on 250 songs. Congrats on that milestone. This next track is Mountain Lion Tequila's 5th request and Magus's 50th. Big 50. Congrats on those milestones. And lastly, this is Donjio's 5th drum fill and Stouche Batisse's 5th key. Congrats on those milestones. Okay, we can start doing our prep for this track now. So we are a few minutes away, and then it's music time. Our drum kit for this next track is the Breaks remix from Cake Johnson. There's the kit. Let's make our loops. Okay, we got our beats. So we could start with, let's see, this is Electric Blue raw from our generator. Let's check it out. So much for me getting mellowed out. Okay, let's put a kick on one. We're gonna need that kick, I think. Let's these snares I want to ghost a little bit, and I want to actually I like the position of those other snares at that volume. Let's shape these hats. Do we want to? Lots of syncopation. Let me think. Do we want to? You know, I think I want. I want a snare right there. But we're going to honor that silence. A whole beat empty. Here's Electric Blue. Yeah, sweet. Thank you, Electric Blue, for your beat. I love it ends on the E, which is a syncopated part of the beat. It ends just before beat 4. And so it leaves you on this sort of off-kilter feeling. I dig it. Next up, 13th Nile. Here's 13th Nile raw from our generator. Yeah, I think we're just gonna add it. I think we want a kick. We want a kick here, and here, and that should be good. Let's just shape these. Get a little shape to these snares. Yeah, that should be good. Here's 13th Nile. Man, I dig that too. You know what I love about that beat? Is on beat 3, we establish these snares that are right on the beat, on the T and the underscore. And you almost expect to have another snare on the I, right? And it would be very, very simple, very straightforward beat. But instead, our drummer waits to hit that snare until the L. And so it has this like unexpected, listen to it again. Watch for those snares on the T and the underscore and then on the L. Awesome. Thank you, 13th Nile and Electric Blue for your beats. Let's check out our sounds. This is the last step before the music, is demoing the sounds. We have from Spark, we have electric guitar harmonics. And then we have, we got 2 guitar sounds. From Enigma, we got electric guitar muted tones. And someday I'm going to fix my screen so that they can accommodate longer titles and don't get awkwardly cut off like that. From Cool Blue Reason, we have Cool Blue Bells. 13th Now says, I'm transfixed by my snares. And then from Allegro, we got Dissonant Bells. So this Dissonant Bells, what the notes you hear don't correspond with the keys. So I don't have any idea what I'm doing with the Dissonant Bells. I just have to, it's a fun sound I think when you have situations like that, what I've discovered is just embrace it, right? Embrace that you don't know what it's going to sound like. Just embrace it and make that a key part of what you do with that sound. Okay, from Mountain Lion Tequila, we have Violins 2+. And lastly, there it is from Magus, Breathing Cyborg. Breathing Cyborg. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting mix of sounds. Interesting mix. So we could start with our drum loops or electric guitar harmonics, muted notes, Cool Blue Bells, Dissonant Bells, violins, Breathing Cyborg. And so there were no numbers on our venue poll, were there? Yeah, that's on me. There were supposed to be. I think they corresponded. I think they were in the right order, I hope. Or possibly they weren't, in which case you guys were voting for who knows what. Let's see. Okay. Give you guys a moment more. So I think, so this song is just going to be camera 1, but I think next song we'll be back to normal. Okay, I'm into voting. I think. Am I? Yes. Yes, I'm into voting. And it's Breathing Cyborg. It's a Breathing Cyborg from Magus, starting us out. Okay, well, am I ready for this? Again, I don't know if anything's going to work. I think I told some of you guys when I started the show, I didn't have time to do a test. 99.9% of shows, I do a test beforehand. I do a test song. I did not do a test song. I don't know if anything will work. So this could be interesting. Starting with Breathing Cyborg. Here we go. Real Vanilla Bean says Tubi is the ultimate troll. Yeah, not many channels have the guts for to have their bot be a troll on the channel. Okay, here we go. Time to Etcetera. Here we go. Man, those beats were so inspiring. Man. Both beats ended up being generating the licks that I played, right? Because those beats, they were so distinctive. The rhythm was so, those on both of them. I had it was on the guitar muted notes. We had rhythms based on those beats. That kit, what a killer kit! Man, I think that song features some of the best drum fills we've had. I don't know if it was a combination of the kit and the beat that they were happening on top of, but the drum fills were just killing me on that. Awesome. And Enigma gave us the electric guitar muted notes. You guys have permission to request that sound over and over and over and over again. Because it's just so fun to be able to get some, I put some, it works pretty well when I dial up some distortion on it. There's so many options with that sound. And I know you guys, a lot of you probably miss there not being a guitar in this show, which I hope to have guests soon with guitars, but that's the next best thing is that sound, electric guitar muted notes. And then Spark gave us those harmonics, which are sweet. We had our bells from Cruel Reason, dissonant bells, Allegra, those violins made for a nice pad from Mountain Lion Tequila. And of course, we had the darkness, courtesy Breathing Cyborg from Magus. Yeah. Stellar kit, Real Vanilla Bean writes. Dom writes, rum fills make the tracks, folks, and we can never have enough. Yeah, they really do. The drum fills make a huge difference, especially when it's taking me time, like I'm having to deal with something in the middle of the song, and I'm not layering new loops on top. I'm not able to play anything live. Hitting those drum fills adds some really important texture to what's happening. And then the drum fill's a key for making transitions. Okay, let's see, title time. Oh, is this gonna work? This is another thing I didn't test. We'll find out. Oh, well, that's not looking right. Let me shrink that down. Bring it over here. Shrink it down a bit more. Oh, it is working. Okay, cool. Let's look at these titles. From Electric Blue, With a Bazooka. From a Real Vanilla Bean, Paranoia. One word title. From Mercer Sky, Robot Without a Cause. Let's see, two more. From Sync, Evolve or Dissolve. And one last title. Let's see, one last title. From Enigma, Devil in the Details. Devil in the Details. Okay, these are your title options. Here we go. With a Bazooka, Paranoia, Robot Without a Cause, Evolve or Dissolve, Devil in the Details. And let's see, what are some good titles I missed? Empowered by Qubit, Charlie Chaplin versus Fritz Lang, 13 Now. If brain cells were factory workers, Music. If brain cells were factory workers. Let's see. Forks versus Spoons, Part 2, when Knives Attack from Dom. Moments before battle, OG Peg. The Sky Whale arrives, Devil's Nest Kimberly. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys just a moment more. Hey, Marmar. How are you? Let's see, what did I do on that track? Oh, I sang. Whoops, I did a little singing. I don't know if I really needed to sing. I probably could have skipped the singing. It was working without the vocals. Okay, men of the poll, what has chat chosen? And it's a tie between Robot Without a Cause and Evolve or Dissolve. So let's let the Greeks break the tie. Lelantos has voted for Sync's title, Evolve or Dissolve. From Sync. Congrats, Sync. I see Marmar says, my summer's almost over, though before school time again. Yeah, school has that tendency to come back over and over again. It's not a one-off usually. It's been a while since I've taken a class. I'm curious, who all in chat has been taking some sort of class or is going to take a class this fall? And it can be any kind of class. It could be adult continuing education. It could be a music class. It could be you're in college. It could be you're in high school. Whatever. It could be you're doing your PhD. Who in chat? I'm curious. How many of y'all are in classes? You know, I actually, it's been a long time. I think I'd have fun taking a class, actually. It's been a while. Sync says, of my six titles, 4 have been tiebreak wins. Man, 4 of 6. The gods look at you kindly at least 4/6 of the time. We got a charity cheer from Nifty Guy 1. Thanks for supporting that charity, Nifty Guy 1. Real Vanilla Beans is working to be an engineer. Allegra is a teacher. That counts. That counts. Marmar is working as a transfer student. First in family. Marmar's the first in family to get a bachelor's degree. That's awesome. That's awesome. Ninja Fleas has gone back to school to get an engineering degree. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Can we... Where are we at? Yes, I am going to do another song. Okay. Oh yeah, this track is a little stressful to have as background, I think. Okay. Real Vanilla Bean says, any chemical engineers in here? Okay, let's start getting ready for this next track. There we go. Okay. Let's see, do we have a... Oh, I'm glad. Okay, so someone created this poll a while ago, and it's good to do it today since I'm semi-raspy. I'm not full on rasp. I'm glad. Let's do this poll. This comes from Sync. Sync wants to know, should the kid get surgery to make his voice perma-raspy? What do you guys think? And as I've told you guys, I still have my falsetto even when I have the rasp. So I don't necessarily lose the falsetto. I just whenever I'm not singing falsetto or talking, it'll be raspy. And if anyone's concerned, this is a theoretical question. I don't know if it's even possible to do this. This is theoretical. Let's get these requests. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Okay. Reginald Delaware says the semi-raspy tour. Looks like Tabir Natsaba made a request on this track. Oh, MJ's here. Hey, MJ. Almost got a request. Mercy Sky says tour rasp crispy treats. Real Human Beings says tour raspberry jamboree. Do we got all our requests? We do. Oh, good. That worked. Nice. Okay, I think we can end this poll. Let's see. What does chat want? Should I get surgery to make my voice perma raspy? And chat has decided that no, I should not. Only one of you said yes. I'm not going to reveal who said yes. If only I could do both. I would love it if I could have, like, you know, like on a guitar amp, you can up the gain, get some overdrive. I'd love to have a little overdrive knob on my voice that I could just, you know, put in and out a little bit. Okay, let's check out these requests. Real Vanilla Bean says, I know who said yes, and Electric Boo said it was Tubi. Let's see our track. Let's see our request. 120 from Spark, F flat minor from Sync, drum loose from Nifty Guy 1 and Magus. LostElf says, kid's voice goes to 11. So, if any of you have not seen Spinal Tap before, you gotta watch it. Especially if you like progressive rock. But even if you don't, it's a really funny movie. Okay, we got our drum fills. We got to zero out. And Nifty Guy wants us the vote isn't anonymous. You know what, guys? Theoretically, you could vote anonymously. I think. Wait. I think you can. No. Yes, I think you can. You could whisper Tubi, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can whisper Tubi and it'll count. And I think you can make requests whispered too. You can make suggestions whispered. I'm 95% certain that you can whisper your votes. Although the problem with whispered votes is I know what's going to happen is that somebody is going to lose a vote and they're going to be sure that the computer screwed up because they'll count the votes and they'll say there weren't that many votes in chat. And then people will be yelling at me, Tubi screwed up, but really it was just someone was doing anonymous voting. So maybe I should not have anonymous voting. Maybe I'm just setting myself up for lots of misery with anonymous voting. But yeah, in theory, anything you can do in normal chat, you can do by whispering Tubi. In theory. You could submit polls whispered. You can submit bot talk that's whispered. In theory. I haven't tested it extensively, but... Okay, we got some milestones. This next track will feature Wrinkle Sack's first sound request ever. First, oh no, it's first request ever. First of many. Congrats. And then this track will feature Spark's first BPM request, Buddy Nova's first drum kit. Congrats on those firsts. This track will feature Mountain Lion Tequila's 5th song and Electric Blue's 75th. I think number 75 for Electric Blue. This track features Spark's 10th request overall. And lastly, this track features Magus' 5th drum loop, Music Chick's 75th sound, and a real Vanilla Bean's 100th drum fill. Wow, so we had some big milestones on this one. Congrats. Okay, let us check out our drum kit. We have from Buddy Nova, we got the Funk Boogie kit from our new friend Buddy Nova. There it is. Nice acoustic kit. Now that we have that, we can make our loops. Do we have our beats? Yes, we do. So, here it is. First beat is Nifty Guy 1. Here's Nifty Guy Raw. Raw from our generator. Yeah. I think we are going to need a kick on 1 in this case. Yeah, I'm going to put a kick on 1. And we're going to shape our hats a bit. And I think that's good. I don't think we need to add any notes. I dig the syncopation. Here's Nifty Guy 1. Nifty Guy 1. You know, I might do one thing. You know, I want to snare on 4. I know. Here it is. Last change. Promise. Yeah. There we go. Sweet. Thank you, Nifty Guy 1, for your beat. Next up is Magus. And Marmar's snare on 4 is a new kick on 1. So when you listen to most rock music, most pop music, like the basic beat, there's a basic beat that almost all beats are a variation of. And that basic beat is basic. It's really just kick on 1, snare on 2, kick on 3, snare on 4. That's your basic beat. And then hi-hats, 2 hi-hats for each of those hits. So for your kick, you have 2 hi-hats. For your snare, you have 2 hi-hats. So 8 hi-hats in total. That's the basic beat that almost all beats you'll hear are based off of. Now, obviously, there are tons of variations, and you don't hear that beat itself very often, right? Because it's so simple. But you hear things that are not much different than it all the time. But yeah, next time you're listening, because you guys get to, on this show, especially those of you who are not musicians, you sort of get to peel back the way, see what drums sound like without everything else, since you're getting used to what snares sound like. So next time you're listening to music that has drums, try to pick out the kick and the snare and figure out where they are. And you'll notice that most of the time, especially the snares, are on 2 and 4. And the kick, as we've discussed, is almost always going to appear on beat 1. Here's Magus, Raw from our generator. So this is cool because Magus's username did a custom drum loop of 5 letters. We have this feeling of like a different rhythm than our actual beat, than where the clock is. And I'm trying to decide let's see. I think I want a snare here. I want to lower this snare a bit. And I think that's all I want to do. Yeah. Here it is, Magus's beat. And I'm actually going to do one other thing. I want to put hats right here. There we go. Sweet. Thank you, Magus. Thank you, Nifty Guy 1. We got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. First up, from music, we got Xylophone. LostElf writes slammin'. Slammin' is such a good word. I need to use it more frequently. Slammin'. Slammin' is the new Stella. We got Xylophone from music. From LostElf, we got Clockwork Ballerina. And then from Wrinkle Sax, we have Wrinkle Sax's first sound request, Analog Stack Synth. Oh, and this is a debut. This sound has never been used before. From OG Peg, we have Mini 3 Oscillator Spacious. This also has never been used before. From Vivid Gumbo, we have Attacky. So I think I mentioned this before. I did not name any of these sounds. The only sounds that we've sort of named are mod signature sounds. I've really wondered about this sound. Maybe attacky is some meaning I don't know, but I think whoever created the sound meant to call it attack, or maybe attacker, or attacked. I don't think they meant to have that E there by itself at the end, but maybe there's something I don't know. Here it is, attacky. And then lastly, from Marmar, we have Photon Blast. Okay, those are sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the improvisation. It could be one of our drum loops on the Funk Boogie kit, or it could be Xylophone, Clockwork Ballerina, Analog Stack, Mini 3 Oscillator. Is that Mini Oscillator? No, this is Mini Oscillator. Yeah. And here's Attacky and Photon Blast. Okay, and those are your sound options. Let's see, let's do a title challenge on this track. Let's see, what's one we haven't done in a while? I need a longer list of title challenges. Let's see. Let's do the verb challenge. So have a verb in your title. I'm going to especially be watching out for cool titles where you have subject and then verb. Okay? Because last time we did a verb challenge, we saw a lot of gerunds. We saw a lot of verbs used as adjectives. But there were very few where the verb was just used as a straight up verb. So I'll probably bring some others that don't use the verb followed by a subject. But I'm going to be looking out for titles, subject, verb. So subject would be like Jiffy ran, or Jiffy runs, right? The subject is the thing that is doing the verb. So the most basic sentence, right, is basically a subject and a verb, I think, And then you can add an object, right? Jiffy hits the ball. And then you can add adjectives, it gets all complicated. But I especially am looking for subject verb titles because I think we have probably out of 1,100 titles or whatever you guys have, or songs we've named, I think there's maybe a handful where we have a title that is subject verb in some part of it. You don't have to start with the subject verb. It could be anywhere in there, but I'm going to be looking out for that. And again, I'll bring some titles over that don't follow, that just have verbs in them and aren't subject verb, but I might. There's your challenge. Megan says one day we need to do a palindrome title. We actually did a palindrome title a long time ago, but you're right. We should do that again. It's a very difficult one. The palindrome title challenge. Okay, I'm ending this poll in just a second. See there, this is Widar just did one. Attacky attacks. I mean, attacky has a great ring to it. Attacky. I feel like that would be a cool game title. Attacky. Although I think it would look better with a Y. Attacky. You know what? I should have used this opportunity to set up the cameras. We'll just do another song with one camera. It's going to take me. This takes a little while to do it. I don't want to make you guys wait any longer for a track. Oh man, we just got a donation from Who Knows. That's Who Knows. And Who Knows writes, "Your music makes a huge difference in my life. Thank you." Oh, thank you so much. Wow, thank you for that kind note. I don't know who you are. Who knows who you are? But thank you. Thank you. Oh. Okay, I'm ending this poll. What has chat chosen? And it's Marmar's sound request. Photon Blast. Photon Blast. Awesome. That's I think, is this the sound we've talked about before that I think to me sounds velvety? This sound, I want to make a bed out of the Photon Blast sound and just, I feel like I would sleep so well with this velvety sound just embracing me. Okay, let's do it. Let us do it. Here we go. Time to etceterate. I've been doing a lot more of the faster stuff recently. Oh, thanks for all those calves. Oh, hey Randy Cordy. Hey Magus, thanks for your beat. And Nifty Guy 1. A nice beats there on the Funk Boogie Kit from Buddy Nova. And once again, I muted myself. Oh no, we've had two problems. Hold on, I gotta fix the camera. I'll be right back. Right back. That's not a good sign. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. That was my fault that I was muted. It was not my fault that that camera screwed up. So I'll take it 50-50. 50-50 my fault, 50-50 not my fault. Let's see. Well, what I was saying is sweet beats from Nifty Guy 1 and Magus. Oh, and what I was saying probably when I was muted was just that I've been doing a lot more fast stuff recently. And not that 120 is that fast by any stretch, but I have just, I've been, because of the computers have a hard time sometimes, I've been real hesitant to do a lot. Oh, we got a resub, 4-month resub from Lumaria Lighthunter. Thank you, Lumaria Lighthunter, for the 4 months. Oh, thanks for that resub. Okay, let's see. I should probably make it much harder for me to forget to unmute. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a dialog box that pops up, one of those annoying pop-ups that asks me if I've unmuted, and I'm going to have to, I won't be able to ignore it. Okay. Let's see. Let's get our background music. This is what we just improvised. Let's do our titles. Oh yeah, we did verbs. Let's see. Oh, so for those of you guys wondering why Tubi keeps changing the stream, the game, is because I'm running tests probably for the next couple weeks. I'm trying to determine which game we get the most new visitors from, and more importantly, of the new visitors we get, which ones stick around the longest, because maybe we get a ton of visitors from IRL, but if they only stay a minute, that doesn't help us. So that's why, and because the circumstances are so different show to show, I think I'm going to get better data if on each show I'm constantly changing, and then Tubi's tracks what game I'm under when people come in, and it counts the minutes, so I can calculate things like for every hour streaming IRL over the course of several weeks, we average this many new viewers per hour, etc., etc. But anyway, that's why it's doing it. Let's see, titles. We've got, hold on, let me check. Well, I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, we've got verb challenge, right? Let's see. From Cake Johnson, Gordon Freeze Man. Let's see. See, I love it because these are very different than most titles. This is so rare I see this structure. Oh man, so many good ones. From Vivid Gumbo, This Painting Lives. From Stoosh Batiste, We Work. From OG Peg, Blowing Bones. And let's see. One last one. One last one. From Sam Mac H27, Apollo Trippin'. Okay. Oh, and it looks like... Did my chat program freeze? Let's see, we can name this track Gordon Free's Man, This Painting Lives, We Work, Blowing Bones, Apollo Tripping. Maybe it is working. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Okay, some good titles I missed. So, I'm really psyched. I don't know if they're still here. Where did it leave? Oh, where did it go? I don't see it. Oh, yeah. For Green Bam did a title, Julian Priester Needs a Hand. Julian Priester is a name I never expected to see in chat. Julian Priester is a jazz trombone player, so avant-garde. That is obscure. I love it. That's from Green Bam. So, you might be the only one that would appreciate this, Green Bam, since you know Julian Priester. But believe it or not, what really got me realizing I want to be a musician and play music was someone by the name of Cecil Taylor, who is a really influential avant-garde free jazz piano player. Who knows? Maybe he played with Julian Priester. I don't know if he actually played with Julian Priester, but yeah, not many people know about Cecil Taylor. See, the music is totally different than what we do on this show. But when I heard Cecil Taylor, I was about 14 years old, or 13. And it was when I heard him, I realized that music was not just another activity. It wasn't like another extracurricular, like playing a sport or having a little hobby. Like I heard Cecil Taylor and I thought, this guy is saying something. Like he is saying something in his music. And I suddenly realized, wow, music it's an expressive art form, right? And with avant-garde jazz, it sort of hits you over the head that it's expressive. But as I played more music, I sort of saw how in all kinds of music you can be expressive. It doesn't have to be as dramatic and as in your face as it is in avant-garde free jazz. But still, I mean, I love that. I love that music. It's very hard to find people who want to play it. So I have not gotten to do a lot of really experimental improvisation because it's a extremely small universe of people who like listening to it and like playing it. Tiny universe. Let's see, from Magus Dreamfall. From LostElf, Dave Builds a Sandcastle, the famous Dave. From ClaraBowBunny, The Warrior Avenges. Oh, I like that. Warrior Avenges. As Stars Fall, Enigma. That's a nice. As Stars Fall. The Acolyte Aspires from Enigma. Dodging Bullets on a Bullet Train. Mercer Sky. Man. Wow, lots of good ones. You guys were inspired. I love it. Nice. We'll have to do that one again, that challenge again. Let's see. Okay, give you guys a moment more. Looks like I'm going to have to restart this. Restarting my chat program. I don't know why it's been doing this lately. Why is it suddenly freezing? It's very concerning. It's a new bug. What'd I do? I tried to do a little trombone on that. Okay, I'm into the poll. What has chat chosen? And it's Sam Mac 27's title, Apollo Trippin'. Apollo and Dionysus. An awesome title. And Tom says he can't see us change places. So I have my main chat program that's custom that I coded myself. And I have as an emergency. I sound echoey? Should be fixed now. Whoops. Sorry about that. I keep doing this. My fault. Congrats to Sam Mac. First title for Sam Mac. I totally forgot what I was just saying. Oh well. Mercer's guy. ETC oops. You know, the sad thing, Chad, is that I think that if once we have an ETC oops emote, it's going to be the most used emote on this channel. There'll be more oops than calps. We might have to grade every show on the ratio of oops to calps. And that'll tell us if it was a good show or not. Okay, let's bring in our... Sync says truth. Truth. OG Peg's asking about a name change. Unfortunately, I don't have an easy way at this point to transfer stats and greet me's. Well, I mean, it isn't that. I could probably transfer greet me's relatively easily, but stats is a real challenge. It's not. I know it seems like it should be simple, but the problem is that if you change your name and I try to move your stats over, well, I wouldn't even get into it. It's just it's too complicated. Maybe someday. But in fairness to myself, it took Twitch something like 4 years before they allowed people to change their names. So there's a reason why it took them a long time. Oh, good. I fixed the echo. I know exactly what causes the echo. Oh, and I remember what I was saying to you guys. I was saying I have my main chat program that I coded. Because the key to it is it filters out all the commands. It filters out voting. It filters out requests so that I just see what you guys are writing. Make it easier for me to interact with you guys. When it crashes, I have a backup chat program. I'm using Chatty as a backup, but it only fits in the very top part of the screen. So I only see about 1 or 2 messages at a time. So I'm not 100% blind when my program crashes, but I'm close. Okay. Buddy Noah says, you the man, etc. Nothing but cows for you. Yeah, OG Peg, I do everything by IDs, not by usernames. You guys all have a unique ID number associated with you. Like part of it is just figuring out how I want to deal with historical stuff. Because if someone changes their name, we still want, like, if they're, like, let's say your old name was Joe Schmo, and your new username is Fred Dread, and you had a drum fill that was generated from Joe Schmo. In all our credits, right, on the album, on live and everything, it's still linked to Joe Schmo. And same with, and I don't know, it's a little hard to explain, but the way the database, it's not something I can just quickly do, unfortunately, even though I do use ID numbers. Let's see. On the plus, though, if you change your username, you'll get to enjoy a second first, your second first request ever. Oh, yeah, look, NinjaFreeze does that too. NinjaFreeze filters out all the command, exclamation points, to another window. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do this poll. I keep forgetting to do it. So you guys know that recently I got this new fan that's made a tremendous difference. And people were suggesting names for our fan. So you guys, let's name our fan. This is a poll for me. Oh, it doesn't credit you guys on here. It should show your credits. I'm sorry, but I'll say them aloud. So we could name the fan Fanana Banana. That came from a real vanilla bean. We could name it Kid's #1 fan. That came from ClaraBowBunny. We could name it Easy Breezy. That comes from Kajink. We could name it Frantic Fran, the Fantastic Fan. That's from Mercer Sky. Or Etcetera Fan. And that's from Lenina. Sorry, those did not get on the poll screen. Let's see. Oh, we got a first time drum loop coming up. That's cool. Bend it into tune, kid. Bend it into tune. Let's see. Let's see. We've been on a bunch of. Let's slow it down a bit. And let's see. Divided chat, apparently. Let's see, okay. Vivid Chrono says, let's clone, kid. Okay. Getting these requests in. Man, this is a Santana length note here. Oh, we got ETC Bulb drum fill for NinjaFreeze. Well, it's still going, this note. What is up with that? Okay, we got a request. Oh, good. Okay, let's end this poll. What are we going to name this fan that I'm in love with? We're going to name it from ClaraBowBunny. It was close. Look at that, 7654. But we now know who my #1 fan is. This beautiful fellow that you guys can't see right there. Kid's #1 fan. Thank you, ClaraBowBunny. Dom says, you hear that sustain? It's still going. You just can't hear it. I recorded this record a long time ago with one of my first bands. And we were discussing amongst ourselves. We're thinking, how can we, when you make an album, right, you want it to have this overall vision. You want the songs to feel connected in some way, that they're just not a random bunch of songs. And we had this idea that I was going to play the didgeridoo for the whole length of the album, but at volume of 0. So we legitimately discussed this, that I was going to record an hour-long didgeridoo track, but we were going to put it at 0 underneath everything. Fortunately, we decided not to do that. I don't even know. I don't think I could circular breathe for an hour anyway. Okay, let's look at these requests. Stoosh Petit says, you need to program camera 3 to pan to #1 fan. What I could do is I could lean. When I get camera 3 going before this next track, I'll show you guys camera 3. Some of you guys might have seen it, because sometimes camera 3 screws up and goes too far. I've had the fan over there where none of the cameras could see it, but recently I've had it right there. As much for the computer's benefit as mine. start zeroing out. Let's see. I want to keep up a good pace tonight. Since I started so late, I'm probably not going to have the energy to go super late. Oh, did I say a request? D flat from Dom, Mixolydian from Dom, 99 Beats Mirror from Qubit, drum loops for Lumaria Light Hunter, and I think this is Moonraker 0071's first ever drum loop, I believe. Okay, let's get these, initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills, and our drum loops. So, I don't know, I was talking about Santana a minute ago. Too many people only know Santana for the pop albums he did, I think it was the late 90s, early 2000s. And I'm not going to weigh in on those albums. I'm not going to say anything about them. I will say, though, that if that is all your experience of Santana is those pop albums that he collaborated with all the different pop stars, I really hope you'll go back and check out what he was doing in the late 60s, early 70s. Because he did a string of albums during that period. Mostly instrumental stuff, some vocals, although he didn't see it, he had singers, that are just amazing, amazing albums. Really raw. Not polished pop like the stuff he did later, but just visceral, just immediate, amazing stuff. I think Dom's a Santana fan, right? Dom, what's your favorite Santana album? I unfortunately don't remember the titles very well, but I've got at least 4 or 5 of his records on vinyl, and the titles all blend together, but he did a record with the same artist that worked, I think it was the same artist that worked on a bunch of Miles Davis's albums, like Live Evil and stunning album covers. Let's see, we got some milestones. Let's see, we got, this is first request ever, and it's a drum loop from Moonraker 0071. Congrats on your first request. This is Dangio's 25th song being featured in Sam Mac H27's 10th song, number 10. Congrats. This is Buddy Nova's 5th request used, Mercer Sky's 50th request, and a huge one for Ninja Flea's 300th request. 300 requests for Ninja Fleas have been used on our improvised tracks on this show. And lastly, we got Mateo Go's 5th drum fill and Dangio's 5th drum kit. Congrats on those milestones. Okay, let's see. Our drum kit for this next track. The Hard Techno Remix Kit. This comes from Dangio. I'd be curious to know the average words per minute I speak on this show to show. I feel like today I'm talking really fast. You guys, am I talking really fast, or am I just perceiving that I'm talking really fast? Let's see, our drum loops, let's make them. Okay, we got our beats. Okay. First up, raw from our drum generator. Moonraker 007 is a synth musician, but uses virtual synths rather than physical ones. Yeah, I'm all virtual too. I'd love to have some hard-coded ones. I've had some in the past, and there's something so, I don't know, it's very different. Here's Lumaria Light Hunter. Yeah, man, I like that kick drum pattern. No snares. I don't think we need any snares. I'll just do a little with our hi-hats. And I just vary these kicks. They're not all exactly the same volume. There we go. Here it is, the Mario Light Hunters beat. Ah, that is awesome. Thank you, Mario Light Hunter, for your beat and also the resub earlier. And then this is Moonraker 007, first beat ever. And I always like to say, for folks who have their first drum loop, the cool thing about our generator is that each time it's going to generate a different beat. So it's not a one-time thing. And we figured there are literally millions and millions of beats that can be generated from each username while still being connected to the unique DNA of your username. Here's Moonraker Raw with some silence in there. Here we go. All those kicks. Let's see. We're gonna shape those kicks a bit. We're gonna sort of crescendo and decrescendo out of B1 or into B1 and out of it. And we're gonna put an open hat right there. And that's it. I'm going to honor 100% of that silence. So do I want a hat here? Yeah, I want a hat right there. But I'm honoring all that silence. We're going to honor it. I'm not going to put anything there. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, Moonraker 0071. We got our beats. Check out our sounds. First up, we have from Vivid Chrono, we got Airbase Synth. From Devil's Nest Kimberly, we got the 12-string acoustic. From Randy Cordy, we got the Highlands Bagpipe Ensemble. This has been used 2 other times. I have no memory of this sound. No memory of it. Here it is. And then, Ducker's here. We got classic marimba. And then from Sam Mack, we got Aaron's. Oh, I forgot to show the marimba stats. There's our marimba stats. There we go. This was last used on Transgress the Mind, requested by Ducker. And then from Sam Mack, we have Aaron's Journey in it. And lastly, from Wrinkle Sax, we have JP8 Poly Square. Okay, those are your options. We can start with one of the drum loops, or our airbase synth, our acoustics, our bagpipes, our marimba, Aaron's Journey, JPA Poly Square. And while you guys vote, oh, whoops. Did I break it? No, it's good. While you guys vote, I'm going to get cameras 2 and 3 ready. I think we're good. Oh, no, let me put the background music on while that happens. So it might take me about 30 seconds to a minute. I'll work as fast as I can. Okay. I'm under this poll. Tom says camera 3 going to be hung over. Okay, I'm under this poll. Wait, actually I'm not. Not quite yet. Okay, now I'm ending it. And it's from Sam Mack, age 27. We got Aaron's Journey. Awesome. Aaron's Journey. Let's see, which track? That's track 5. Okay. And you know what? Let me show you guys. Oh, I need to put this on. So, well, this is the sensor the camera 3 follows around. I'll show you guys our fan, now known as Kid's #1 fan. We switch to camera 3. There it is. You guys can't fully appreciate it. It's a pedestal stand, so it's got this nice little body that gets it, 2 feet off the ground, 2.5 feet, 3 feet off the ground. There it is. Okay, the #1 fan. Let's see, let me put this on. Okay, we're good to go. Time to Etcetera. What I want to get is googly eyes for camera 3 and for my #1 fan. I want to get googly eyes, and then I want to get a special camera that can cut to camera 3 and can cut to the fan for reaction shots, And especially because the fan can move. Anyway, okay, time to Etcetera. I'm told it's time to Etcetera. Let's do it. Here we go. Really nice to say. Shame and so try to soar inside. Show and I was so inside. Throw my way and I want my soul alive, way down the shore, and I'm alone in a line way on time to the one away. Oh, I really oh, I waited inside and finally see oh, this society. Yes, I'm alone inside. Yes, I'm alone inside. Yes, I'm on the line, on the line, on and inside and on and inside and on for you. In a time and all the light away, inside and all the soul lies away. To know my home inside, yeah. And on the time and soul night, and time and soul rise, yeah. And time and tone, yeah. Trouble and know, yeah. Now, trouble and know, now to do love. Troubles and light, down in a long mile. My soul lies in time, and time's on the line. And try to know the side away, you sit down in the line of one night. Tried it on, tried it on. I tried it on, 'cause then you go. I'm tired of knowing the side away, and now I know you won't be sad. And I won't lie away and try to know. I would alone, but home, my light on inside. And I'm tired to ride. You saw the light, you told me like it one time. And I finally know that, I finally know that, finally know that I am. Oh, no, I am mine. Oh, I know now. So nice to see you. To know Yeah, that was pretty drony. Pretty drony. Nice beats. From Lumari Lighthunter Moonraker 0071. I was digging that acoustic guitar sound from Devil's Nest Kimberly. Of course, Aaron's Journey created that vibe for the whole track. A nice set of sounds. Thanks for all those kelps. Oh, thank you. Let's see, titles. Let's check out these titles. Title time. Let's press that button. Mic is low? That doesn't make any sense. Nothing has changed, but it might be, let's see, titles. Titles, we have from Plukes, we got Drifting Woodlands. There's a first title from Plukes, maybe. We have from Moonraker 0071, we got Remember Dismember. Remember Dismember. We have Hydrofox 856 is here. Hey, Hydrofox 856. From Hydrofox 856, Paradox of the West. Let's see, two more. From Devil's Nest Kimberly, Railways of Light. And one last title. One last one, let's see. From the 13th Nile, Plains of the Ecliptic. Okay, those are your titles. Drifting Woodlands, Remember Dismember, Paradox of the West, Railways of Light, Plains of the Ecliptic. And some good titles I missed. Let's see. From Wrinkle Sacks, we have Savannah. Digital Daydream from LostElf. There's some other good ones. Stone of Tears, Sam Mac H27. Standing at the Edge of the Universe, Ninja Fleas. Static Exodus, ClaraBowBunny. Amadeus, the Wolfgang from Buddy Nova. In Time, All Will Rise, Dom. And from Mountain Lion Tequila, Humans Discover a Music Museum. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Oh, I forgot to turn on our music, didn't I? Oh, well. Oh, well, it's too late now. It's too late now. What did I do on that track? I did some voice and some Rhodes and some flute, and my voice is getting raspier. I can feel it. Okay, I'm into voting. What has chat chosen? Chat has chosen Plains of the Ecliptic from 13th Nile. Awesome. Thank you everyone for those title suggestions. This track we just created, now known as Plains of the Ecliptic. Let's start getting ready for our next one. Congrats to 13th Nile. Is this your first title? No, you've had titles, right? Tubi should tell us, just a sec. Oh yeah, 14 Steps from the Gate, that's right. That was your other title. Oh, we got a 3-month resub from Anina. Thank you, Anina, for the resub. Thank you for the resub. And I saw somebody ran a new command. My chat has already skimmed by, but welcome to the channel. It takes a little while to figure out what's going on. It's gonna seem like way too much is happening, but once you figure it out, it's like riding a bike. But basically we create music from scratch. I improvise it live using requests you guys make, and you guys choose the sounds, the starting key, the BPM. I turn usernames into, you can become a drum beat, your username. Let's see. You know, something that drives me nuts about this screen, the credit screen, is that I wanted to have white borders around the whole thing of the scroller, because it just looks like it's a mistake. It should have borders around it, but believe it or not, it was sort of a headache to do that, and I just didn't worry about it. I have limited patience for CSS. I think CSS is my least favorite coding thing to do. Partly because it's not really coding. I cannot stand CSS. Definitely my least favorite thing ever. Okay, let's see. Let's start getting ready for our next track. Oh, it's Stefan Dev. Welcome, Stefan Dev. And let's see. Yeah, let's do this poll. So this is a poll while I get the requests ready. This is a question from Brukos. Brukos wants to know, what's your favorite movie or TV genre? Action, adventure, comedy, including romantic comedy, drama, documentary, horror, science fiction, fantasy, or thriller. And if your favorite is not on the list, just do 9 and type what your favorite is. And while you guys figure that out, I'm guessing I know what the result's going to be. I feel like if we ran this poll almost anywhere in Twitch, we could almost guess the order. But maybe I'll be wrong. Meanwhile, I'm going to work with Tubi. Thank you for the kind words. My screen flipped, so I don't see who just said about the show. But yeah, the show was Really Ugly Girls was the username. Yes, this was something I developed. There's a lot of coding involved. It took me about 5 months of working double time. Like I was working on this like 70 hours a week for 5 months before I even streamed a minute, which, you know, is sort of scary. I didn't know if anyone would like what I was doing. I had no idea, but the only way I could even test it is I had to build it, you know? There was no way to sort of... Let's see. What do I have my we have one drum loop. There we go. Almost getting ready. Let's see. Okay. Getting these requests. We're almost ready to go. I forget what key it is. What key is... Oh yeah, minor. Okay. Oh, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. Let's see. It's almost ready. Yeah. It's definitely, it's really nice to put in, you know, it was a lot of time. And I've been developing the show since, even as I started streaming, we're always trying to do new stuff. So it's awesome when people sort of understand what the goal is. And you sort of, I mean, it is. What inspired me to do this was not because I wanted to stream, right? I didn't. It was, I thought, this is a way to play music where it can be something we do together, where you guys play a role in the creativity. And as I say, I try to always say at the end of the show, the stuff I come up with would literally not exist if you guys hadn't made the requests that inspired me. You know, just one sound or one super funky drum beat or weird drum beat, and that's what makes this music happen. I mean, and you know, another thing I hope too is that because of the way I have to build it up layer by layer, that it helps to deconstruct a little bit how music is made up of different parts. Okay, we got a request. Stefan Dev says, what language? It's a mix of stuff. Believe it or not, a lot of it is done in FileMaker, because developing in FileMaker, there's some downsides. It's not great for collaboration, but for quick development, it's super, super fast. There's a bunch of JavaScript, a bunch of PHP, a bunch of SQL. The cameras, all the looping stuff is a lot of custom Max programming. There's some AppleScript. Basically anything. I'm all about the shortest way to get from point A to point B. Okay, let me close this poll. And just as I expected, surprise, surprise, on Twitch, a gaming site, the most popular genre is science fiction and fantasy. 3 for documentary, that's unexpected. And then 1 for action, comedy, horror, and thriller. None for adventure or drama. Okay, let's see. Our request for this next track, 111 beats a minute from Marmar, D-flat minor from Hyderfox 856. We got drum loops from Mateo Go and our new friend Stefan Dev. And let me know, I'm not sure how to say it. Is it Stefan Dev? Is that right? Stefan Dev? Or Stefan? I think it's probably Stefan, but let me know. Moonraker 0071 was the only thriller voter. Yeah, you couldn't betray your username, right? You had to... Let's see. Oh no, we're in the kazoo solo part. Okay, let's see. Get these sounds loaded. In my fantasy world, life would be such that I'd be able to practice guitar like 10 hours a day for a year. Because I'm basically the world's most frustrated guitar player. I love the guitar, and my skills on it are almost non-existent. When you see me do the kazoo or you see me play synth solos, it's me just wanting to play guitar. Okay, let's get these ready. Let's make our drum fills. Okay, we got our drum fills. Let's check out, we got some milestones on this next track. Stefan, okay. Stefan Dev. Hey, Promo Crew. Stefan Dev. Okay, our milestones. This next track features Stefan Dev's first request ever, a drum loop. Congrats, first of many. This next track will feature Marmar's first BPM request. This next track will be the 5th song that Buddy Nova's been featured on, the 5th song OG Peg's been featured on, and the 10th song that Spark's been featured on. Congrats on those milestones. And lastly, this track will feature OG Peg's 5th sound request, number 5. Okay, we can fade this out. The drum kit you guys requested, the Donjio requested, is the minimal kit. That is our kit, so we can have our generator make these beats. Come on, generator, give us some beats. There we go. Okay, First up from our drum generator for our next track, we have Mateo Go. Here's Mateo Go raw from the drum generator. That's fun. We are going to put a kick on one. I know. We didn't have to have the kick because of that snare, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling predictable. I feel predictable today. I want the kick on one. It's interesting. We got kicks on 2. I mean, we got kick on 1 and 2, and a snare on 3 and a kick on 4. That is not standard. Very unstandard, but we're going to go with it. My predictability today ends with kick on 1. Here it is, Mateo Go's beat. Yes. That is a cool groove there. A snare on beat 3. It rarely happens. Here it is. And then we have first time drum loop ever from Stefan Dev. Here's Stefan Dev raw. And I say again, the cool thing about this drum loop generator is that each time you make a request, it's going to make a different loop. But it's always going to be tied into your username. We figured out there's millions and millions of possibilities this generator can do with your username. Here it is. That's some nice syncopation in there. Let's see. We're going to shape these hats like I like to do. I want to open hat on 1. I want a hat there. These 2 snares, we're going to ghost a little bit. We're going to ghost this snare a little bit. Oh, no, not that much, actually. And that should be good. Here's Stefan Dev's beat. Here it is. Yeah. Awesome. We have our beats. Thank you, Mateo Go and Stefan Dev. Let's check out our sounds. First up, requested by Musichick. Musichick has requested Koto Clone. I think Musichick is partial to clav sounds. I feel like you've given me so many good clav requests over this, last year. And then from Spark, we have Spanish flamenco guitar. And then from Enigma, we got Epic Cloud Formation. And then from OG Peg, we have Form Pad MW. Awesome. And then we got a new sub from Really Ugly Girls. I love it. Thank you so much for the sub. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you. Welcome to our community. Let's see. And then we have, thank you. Thanks for that sub. And then from Wrinkle Sacks, we have the JP8 Square Lead. Whoops. And then lastly, from Devil's Nest Kimberly, we got XY Mod 2. Okay, those are our sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the improvisation. We are just a moment away from doing an improv. This is the last step. You guys choose which sound starts us off. It could be one of those drum loops with the minimal kit or a Koto clone. And this is an important decision because the opening sound, that inspires the rest of the song. Every decision I make follows that first sound. We got our guitar, Epic Cloud Formation, Form and Pad, JP8, and XY Mod. That's a funny sound. I'll give you guys just a moment more. Just a moment more. And we did not do a title challenge on the last track, right? Let's do a title challenge. Let's see, verb, subject. I think it's been a couple shows since we've done this one. So I want titles that are questions. Titles that ask questions. You can submit any kind of title. Share your creativity no matter what. But for when I'm picking the 5 finalists, I'm going to be looking for titles that are in the form of a question. Let's see. Okay. Stooge Petit says, huh? What? Sometimes we do these improvs, they're so long that I forget what the challenge is. And I see these titles before I remember there's a challenge. And I go, man, what was Chad doing? What was in their mind to come up with all this stuff? Okay, we're close. Let's do it. Ending the poll. What has Chad chosen? It's a tie between JPA Square Lead and XY Mod 2. That means we're going to let the Greeks break the tie. And who is it? I forget how to say this name. Kias, I think. Kias has voted for option number 6. That was requested by Devils This Kimberly. It's the XY Mod number 2. Not number 1, not number 3. Number 2. Okay, wish me luck, guys. It is time for some etceterating. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. A nice mellow one. Nice loops there, Mateo going Stefan Dev. Oh, thanks for the calps. Nice set of sounds. I realize, I don't know when this started happening, but it looks like our credits aren't working on screen. That's weird. Why have they not been working at all? That's a bummer. Well, I know how to fix them. I just got to restart. This has been it's the first time this has crashed in probably, I don't know, 4 months. Oh no, I just quit the wrong program. Yeah, the Jumbotron's not working. 2 songs ago. I'm fixing it now. Well, you know what I should do is I should do our poll first, and then I'll fix the Jumbotron. Let's look at these titles. You guys name the track. Let's see. Let's put that in the background while we do our titles. In theory. There it is. Okay, let's look at these titles. So our challenge was a question. From Worm Drake we have, could this be home? From LostElf, do Dragonflies Dream? From Dom, what is the last digit of pi? Let's see, 2 more titles. From Wrinkle Sacks, me, question mark, you, question mark. Let's see, one more title. One last one. From ClaraBowBunny, can lovers begin again? Okay, those are your title options. Could this be home? Do Dragonflies Dream? What is the last digit of pi? Me? You? Can lovers begin again? And I'm going to shout out a few more that I missed. From Primal Crew asks, is this a question? Skull writes, do I look like I want another one? Let's see. Shall we swagger, Wanina? From Stoosh Batiste, how many kicks would a kid put on one if a kid could put kicks on a one? How many kicks would a kid put on a one if that's a hard one. From Stoosh Batiste. If the universal language is Pig Latin, will we get along better? Asked Music Chick. I love the question challenge. So many questions. We had almost 100 titles. Okay. And oh yeah, this is my opportunity to try to fix, we'll do one more track, I think. So let me just see if I can fix our Jumbotron. Okay, I can't see it. So the stream might get jerky for just a second. I apologize about that. But I have to, I cannot see. So there's 3 computers involved in this show. And one of them is very far away from me. And trying to find these files that just crashed. I need to remotely log in. There it is, the first file that we need. Let that load. And that's going to be the next file. Is it loaded? Now we'll see if it works. Okay. Okay, now we can close that. So in theory, we should be good for this next. Yeah, we're gonna do one more unity balance. Okay. What did I do on this track? I just did some melodica. Okay, men in the poll, what has chat chosen? Oh, and Skulls is resubbed. Skull writes, best 5 months I've ever anniversaried. The 5-month anniversary. Thank you, Skull. Thank you so much. And look at this, we got a tie. A tie between LostElf and Dom. Between Do Dragonflies Dream and What is the Last Digit of Pi? That means we're going to let the Greeks decide. What have the Greeks decided? And Pontus has chosen option 2. Do Dragonflies Dream. And LostElf adds to her massive collection of titles. Prepare, chat. LostElf's titles are going to fill chat in just a moment. Here they come. Well, by the time you hear me say this, you already have seen them probably. LostElf has 2 more titles than I can retire. Look at them. 3 messages. LostElf is almost to 4 messages of titles. Crazy. Congrats to LostElf. And LostElf says, I'll retire at 50. Let's see. It's got a 2 to go. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Now, we heard this track the last time. Spark says, how could we compete with the LostElf? Here we go. Let's see. One more track. There we go. Getting ready. Okay, here's a poll. This is relevant to Twitch. This comes from Dom. Dom wants to know chat, wants to find out, the Etcetera chat. What is the Etcetera chat's favorite gaming system? Sega, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, or PC? If you have another option, type another number and let us know. Because I'm sure some of you guys are hardcore into Atari. See, I'm so old that when I was a kid, I remember when the first Nintendo came out. Before that, it was basically Atari. I remember that in our neighborhood, only one family got the Nintendo. And we would all go to their house. And they just had the one game, right, that came with it, Super Mario Brothers, right? And there'd be like 15 of us, 20 of us in this house just watching, just waiting, hoping that, we're friends enough with, the kids whose house it was that they'd give us a turn. But even then, we were just happy to watch. I mean, you can do this on your television at home? It was crazy. Commodore 64. I forgot about Commodore 64. Nifty guy shouted out. And Tom said Duck Hunt. That's right. Yeah, Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt didn't change the world quite as much as Super Mario did, I don't think. I think they had high hopes for Duck Hunt, but I don't feel like that many people wax nostalgic over Duck Hunt. Let's see. Okay. Let's get these requests. My Devil's Niscombe writes, I remember hearing about a kid going to fight another kid. Instead, they ended up playing GoldenEye on his Nintendo. This is nice when it works out that way. I remember my favorite arcade game. There was a bowling alley. We'd go play arcade every once in a while. My favorite game was something called Golden Axe. Does anyone remember that game, Golden Axe? I have to admit, most of you guys know this already. I'm not much of a gamer. Yet. But someday, I'm sure someday. Golden Axe. Oh, it's so fun. And we were so poor that I'm sure a lot of you guys did this, right? You didn't have any quarters, but you'd still stand at the machine and you would still like move the joystick and press the buttons. Even though you didn't have any quarters, you weren't controlling it at all, but you were just imagining that you were. Just imagine how you would be dominating this game if only you had some extra quarters. Let's see. Get these requests. I apologize, we already heard this background music today. That's on me. Okay, we got a request. Buddy Nova says, hoping the game would spare you a free play. And Dom says, I wasted many quarters on is it Galaga? What was that? What was the game? Was it called Asteroids? Where you were just this little ship, and there are these, and it was the most basic animation ever. Like your ship was just a triangle, and then there were these rocks, and you'd shoot the rocks, and the rocks would break up into smaller rocks, and you're having to, dodge them all. I remember that one too. The cool thing is that, and maybe some of you guys will disagree. I'm not a gamer, so maybe I'm wrong in this. But I feel like though games are way more sophisticated now, the animation is way better. If you could measure the joy that some kid felt playing Asteroids or Golden Axe or Super Mario Brothers or even like Oregon Trail, if you could measure the joy they felt, I think it's the same. It's as much joy as someone feels today playing these crazy games that are just almost like movies, And I think that's a cool reminder, because I think so often when we're trying to do creative things, we're trying to code or make music or paint, we have this idea that like technique, right, is the be all end all. But really it's not. Like a fun game is a fun game. It doesn't matter if the graphics are good or bad. It's just fun. And music if someone is saying something meaningful, it doesn't matter if they make mistakes or if maybe they're not the best at their instrument or the best singer. It doesn't matter if they're saying something important. That's so much more meaningful than someone who can play their instrument like a demon, but has nothing to say. They're just talking fast, saying nothing. It's a good reminder. Because I get caught up sometimes too. It's just like, if only I could play guitar better. If only this, then I could do what I want to do. But if you have that mentality, you never do anything at all. Okay, I'm ending this poll. I'm talking too much. Chat's favorite game system is 10 of you said PC and 8 Nintendo. Only 1 for Sega, Sony, and Microsoft. PCs. PC and Nintendo. I wonder if Nintendo will ever decide they want to make a computer like PCs. They're like, we're done with games. We want to make workstations for corporations. I feel like they would sell really well, because if you're in like the corporate buying department, for your computers, and you can buy a Nintendo workstation to do AutoCAD on, you'd buy that, and your choice is that or like a boring old Hewlett Packard or something. You'd go for the Nintendo. Okay, we got a request. Thanks to Dom for that poll. For our final track tonight, 95 beats from Ninja Fleas, B flat major from Clanky. Clanky's here. The Unity of Balance with Lydian. Lydian is our mode to start, at least. Same with our key. We got drum loops for EF Elixir, and this is interesting. We got a drum loop request from Love de Leland, but the request is in honor of a real human being. Love de Leland making a sacrifice, sharing his loop instead to honor ARHB. Yeah, Pithlick says, think about PCs as most people build them. That's true. Certainly like the Twitch universe. So my setup, I use 2 Macs for the music, and then I have a PC that I built for the streaming. The cool thing is that you could easily, because computer components are so small, you could build using laptop parts. You could make a PC in a Nintendo shell. I'm sure people have done that, right? It's probably 1,000 people have already done that. Let's see. Okay. Initialize, import our track names, generate our drum fills. Whoops. Okay. Let's see, we got some milestones. Skull says there's a lot of projects to build a Raspberry Pi into an NES case. That's cool. Look at this, a big milestone. This next track will feature Music Chick's 150th request, Big 150. Big milestone there from Music Chick. And we have one other milestone. This is Lenina's 50th sound request. Okay, we can fade out this background that you guys have had to sit through twice now. Let's check out our drum kit. It's the Dub Smash. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me see. I want to change one thing quick. Okay, we got our kit. We have our kit. Let's check out our beats. Whoops. One beat's missing. Let me do that again. Okay. First up we have EF Elixir. Here's the EF Elixir raw from our generator. Yeah, that feels good. You got every hi-hat slot there. We're gonna put a kick on one. This snare we're gonna ghost a bit. This snare we're gonna ghost a bit. This snare will ghost a little bit. This snare will ghost a bunch. And we're gonna do, since we got all our hi-hats, I'm gonna do a different pattern than I often do. Okay, here's the EF Elixir. And you know, I want all those snares actually a little quieter. Whoops. There we go. Thank you, EF Elixir. We got our first beat. Next up, this beat comes from a loved wee one, but it's in honor of a real human being, aka a real vanilla bean. Here it is, raw. Yes, we are going to need a kick on one. We're going to ghost this kick just a bit. Shape these hats a bit. Let's drop this snare just a bunch, actually. Let's drop that one a bunch. That one I like right there. At that volume. That should be good. Here it is, a real human being. And you know what? I think I'm going to do one other thing here. I think I want to do... No, that's good. That's good. We'll leave it. It's very syncopated in the middle. We'll leave it syncopated. That's cool. Awesome. We got our beats. Thank you, EF Elixir and Love the Leland for your beats. Let's check out our sounds. First up, from 13th Now, we have Cronky Organ. From Mountain Lion Tequila, Cold Mystery. From Allegra, 80s Sync Weed. From Lenina, Freaky Moonlight. From Musichick, Spectrum Stack, 07. And lastly, from Skull's signature sound, Murder by Skullvalanche. Okay, we got them. We got our sounds. You guys choose which sound starts the improv. It could be, what could it be? Oh yes, it could be one of our drum loops or Cronky Organ. Cold Mystery. 80s Sync Weed. Freaky Moonlight. Spectrum Stack. Or Murder. Those are your options. Murder. Okay. Give you guys a moment more. So yes, you guys see that To Be or Not-Spot's been changing our game while having Nightbot do it. Because I didn't have time to set it up so Tubi could do it directly. Because I'm testing out which game, creative, music, or IRL, brings us the most viewers, new viewers, who actually stick around. And things are not boding well for IRL, at least after the first show. It had the lowest number of viewers, and of those viewers, we had a troll. So I don't know about IRL. We'll see. We will see. And obviously we wouldn't be on IRL during the music part of the show, but I was thinking about it for in between songs. But at least off the first show, the music game was doing the best. But really, I think it's going to take a couple weeks before I can really make a conclusion, since there's so many variables every night. Okay, let's see. I'm into the poll. Yeah, for most of my career on Twitch, I was in the creative category. But Twitch keeps changing how they do things, and all the music people were doing creative for a while. But then I think most people switched back to music because Twitch started giving mad followers through music. But it doesn't seem like that's really helped that much. So, okay, looks like, what is it? Oh, yes. Allegra sound, 80 sync lead. We're going to start with that. Let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. Time to etceterate. No title. Wait, do we say title? Yeah, no title challenge. Free creativity. Although bonus, if you have a word in your title that starts with Q, I'm going to bring over at least 2 titles that have a word that starts with Q in the title. Well, if there are some that I think fit the song, but I'm going to try to go for 2. But you don't have to do the Q. That's just a little side challenge. Okay, let's do it. Time to etceterate. That was a little dark. A little bit of darkness. That's what you get when you have Murder by Skullvalanche. Nice set of sounds there. Nice drum loops, media elixir, and real vanilla beat from Web to Leland. Yeah. Thanks for those scalps. Oh, thanks, Enigma. Thanks, Buddy Nova. Let's see. Thanks, Tom. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's listen to that while we do our titles. We name that. Whoops. That's not the right button. There we go. Okay, title time. So what was it? It was a side challenge that if you had a word with Q in it. Oh, there's so many. Maybe I'll just do... Let's see. From Magus, Unbalanced Quotient. Unbalanced Quotient. Let's see, what else? From Devil's Nest Kimberly, Quasar Eruption. From Reginald Delaware, Do Not Deviate. Do Not Deviate. Let's see. From Buddy Nova, Quote Unquote. Let's see, one last one. This is ominous. EF Elixir, We've Been Waiting. Okay, those are your title options. We can name this track Unbalanced Quotient, Quasar Eruption, Do Not Deviate, Quote Unquote, We've Been Waiting. And some titles I missed. Let's see, some good ones. From Pithlix, Quiet Enigma. Lunar Waves, General Septum. From Unity of Balance, Sword Swallower, Bites People. From Mercer Skies, Space Lore, Don Quixote. From Dom, Quixotic Expectations, A Quirk of Fate, ClaraBowBunny. Paradoxical Questions, Enigma. Quality of Strife, 13 Nile. And from Lenina, is it Kidditch Practice? I forget how to say it. Thanks for all those titles. Almost 100 again. We are well on our way to 50,000 titles at this point, aren't we? Are we over 46,000 yet? I forget. What did I do on that? Just keyboards. Okay, give you guys just one more moment. Let's see. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Let's see what Chad has chosen. We're naming this track from Magus. Magus with Unbalanced Quotient. Thank you, everybody, for your title suggestions. That track, courtesy Magus, now known forever as Unbalanced Quotient. Congrats to Magus. Magus has had a bunch of titles, right? Let's see, let's see. What did it? Tubi, is Tubi behind, not doing what it's supposed to? Oh, my chat program has crashed again? What's going on, computer? Yeah, so I missed if Magus had other titles, but congrats to Magus. Let's get this fixed. Why on earth is this not working? There you go. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. We did good. We got 5 tracks. That's good. Let's see, our show tonight. Let's look at it first. We did 5 tracks. This show is part of the Vuvuzealous tour. The track is called Halfway to the Show. The venue, which is also the album name, Halfway to the Start. We did 5 tracks: Evolve or Dissolve, Apollo Tripping, Planes of the Ecliptic, do Dragonflies Dream, and we ended on Unbalanced Quotient. Well, we didn't do anything below 95 beats a minute. That is rare. That is rare on this show. Let's see. Don't leave yet. We still got a few things to do. First, some thank yous, and then the shout out is coming up. So if you're new and you made a request, you're going to be a part of the shout out. But first, we got to do a few thank yous. Thanks, LostElf. Thanks, Dom. Well, first, let me thank our extraordinary mods. Our mods are so amazing on this channel. Brucos, ClaraBowBunny, Cool Reason, Dom, Music Skull, LostElf, Tubi, and apparently Twitch as well. Is Twitch still getting timed out when it tries to talk? I don't know why. Just haven't had time to figure out why that happened. Looks like we got some hosts. Oh, were those auto hosts? Man, I missed it. I don't know if those were raids or auto hosts, but thank you for, if they were auto hosts, thanks for having me on their auto hosts. Ironic pseudonym and Richie X27. Thanks to Dom for the host at the start of the show. Spark says Tupi is my favorite mod. We had a new sub, Really Ugly Girls. Thanks for the sub. We had 2-month resub for Zwidar, 4-month resub for Lumaria Lighthunter, 3-month resub for Lenina, and 5 months for Skull. Thank you for all those resubs and the new sub. We had some donations from Dom and Who Knows. Thank you so much for those donations. We also had some cheers from Magus and Nifty Guy 1. Thank you for those cheers. Thank you so much. And let's see. Let's thank all our lurkers. There's too many of you to name, but thank you. I felt your good vibes tonight. Thank you all our chatters. There's too many of you to name, but thanks for making chat fun. Now it's time for our shout out. So if you've never seen the shout out before, these 46 names you will see on screen, they either named the current tour we're on, named our venue for tonight, which is also the album title, named one of our 5 tracks tonight, submitted a poll we used, and or made a request that made it onto one of those 5 tracks. So without these folks, the show would have been fundamentally different. So the way the shout out works is my goal is to say all these 46 names in one breath without stopping. My record is 59, so 46 should be okay. You'll notice if you're following along on screen, some of these names I will say differently than you see. I'm not screwing up. I am honoring their Say My Name request. To be called something different, slightly different than their username, sometimes to my advantage. Sometimes it saves me some syllables, sometimes it adds some syllables. I think in the end it's basically a wash. Basically a wash in the end. Okay, man, my voice, there's not a lot left. I think we should fade out the background music. It's going to distract me. We're going to fade this out while I do the shout out. Okay. So tonight we featured this fine cast, extraordinary, stellar, slammin' cast of Twitcherots, Twitcheroids, Twitcheroodles, Twitcherinos, Twitcherifics, Twitchericans, Twitcherocrats, who assembled together from across the Twitch universe. They gathered together for this show. This combination of people will probably never happen again in the history of the universe. It happened tonight, though. These 46 people we featured. Okay, here we go. Tom says, tired of procrastinating. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. 46 would be tough on me tonight. I don't feel quite myself. Like a real Vinabillion, Brugos, Buddy, Nova, Kate Johnson, Clay, Carbone, Cool Breeze, and Devils, this can be Dom, Don, Dorf, Ducker, EFO, Xero, Richard Boy, Enigma, Hydrofox, A56, Jubal, Lenino, LostElf, Mario, Light, Hunter, Love, Delilo, Magus, Marmar, Mateo, Go, Mercer Sky, MJ, Moonraker, Double O's, 71, Mountain Lion, Tequila, Music, Nificat, 1, Ninja Fuizo, GPEG, Qubit, Randy, Cordy, Sam, Mac, H27, Skull, Spark, Stefan, Dev, Stooge, Petit, Sync, 13 Now, Tubi, Unity, Balance, Vivid, Gumbo, and Wrinkle Sacks. Ended up being much harder than I thought. I barely made it. I barely did it. Oh, I can feel that one. Though I tried to say your names fast. Thank you, everybody who's on this list. I think I was saying this earlier in the show. I do this shout out because it's very important to me to recognize your contributions to the show. Because it's improvised and I don't have any music written out. I have nothing planned. It means I depend on your sounds, your drum loops, your key requests, your drum fills to inspire me to make this music happen. So without you guys, again, this music tonight would not have existed. It just wouldn't. So if you like a song tonight, it exists in large part because some of these folks that you see on screen made requests that made that song happen. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. We got 2 things left. Hey, Milk Brain. Yeah, we're ending. We got, first we're gonna run our sub credits. If you're a new sub, you can create a credit. I'll read some of them. Let's see. Someone, I guess, Almost Life. Wait, who? Puggy. Perpetually voting for Sound 9, Electric Blue, Jiffy's Cuddle Buddy, Frambox, Vice President of Everything Ever, Train VP, Jats #1 Dolphin Fan, Madden. Okay, they're already ahead of me. I'm gonna let those continue to roll while I look for someone to raid. Let's see. Get someone real quick. The subcredit's still rolling. Is there anyone? Let's see. I have no idea what this is. It looks like this streamer's outside. Is that possible? Yeah, the streamer's outside. That's really cool. I don't know if they have a computer, if they'll be able to interact much, but I'm looking forward to listening to this. I've not seen this streamer on here before. I love finding new music. Thanks, Ninja Fleas. Okay, so I hope I'll see you guys very soon. If not Wednesday or Friday this week, then next week or the following week or the following month or the following year, decade, century, millennium, eon. Whenever I see you, as always, it will be slamming. Thanks to LostElf for bringing slamming back into my lexicon. Is that what I'm saying? Slamming. I hope that whatever comes next includes the raid we're about to do. I hope it includes dropping by Discord. I have to say, I want to thank ClaraBowBunny again for making the awesome new emote, ETC Bulb. Thank you, ClaraBowBunny. And yes, let's see. We're good, I think. Oh, I should say, if you've never done a raid before, here's how it works. After I wave goodbye, Tubi's going to paste this link into chat. Click on the link, go to the streamer's channel, and paste in our raid call. Our raid call is Etcetera with your favorite emotes. Make this streamer's, well, it's daytime where this streamer is. It's middle of the daytime. It's quite the backdrop. It is quite the backdrop. It makes me want to play outside. It is so much, oh, my poor backdrop. I feel so, oh, well, what a backdrop. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I hope to see you guys very soon. I'll be on Discord, in and out. Yeah, we had a good show. Sorry I was so late. Oh, I forgot to explain why. Well, on a future show, I'll explain why. Anyway, it's that time. It's that time when I wave goodbye. And after I wave goodbye, I fade to black. And after we fade to black, Tubi pastes the link into chat and we do the raid. So that's what's going to happen. First, the wave. Goodbye, everybody. The fade to black.